Hey guys, I'm Ali. How's it going? First thing I want to say is sorry this vlog is a little bit late. We're in the middle of moving and then I got sick, and then I made the team for a Hong Kong Ultimate Frisbee mixed team that's going to a tournament in Shanghai. So I've been a bit caught under with all this organising that's had to happen, so sorry, vlogs took a bit of a backseat for a moment. So I wanted to use this vlog as a chance to talk about the time before you move. So I did a little look online, and a lot of the vlogs about before you actually move are things like, you know, top 10 things I wish I knew before I moved overseas, or, you know, 7 things I wish I brought with me, those kind of things. And I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about more the mental side of getting ready, because for me, physically, you're capable of just about anything physically. So physically moving your body, getting on the plane, packing everything, getting on the plane, arriving, unpacking, going to work, those things, you know, you can do them on autopilot to an extent. But for me, the mental and spiritual side of it, and it was really the challenge in it. So I wanted to take today to talk about that. So where to start? Alright, so as I said, Cheryl and I met at university. We were both studying at La Trobe University. I was studying Bachelor of Arts, he was studying a Bachelor of Economics. My degree was 4 years, and I met him end of second year. His was only a year and a half, his bachelor. A year and a half, I think. 2 years? A year and a half. I should know that a lot quicker than that. And then he did a Master of Finance at Melbourne University. So I actually graduated a full year before he did. And we'd agreed before I graduated that what we had was quite a serious thing, and unless something major happened in between then and when he left, we were going to move together overseas. So I had the year to prepare what I needed to prepare to move over with him while he finished his degree. I probably could have organised that year a lot better than I did. As I said in the last vlog, one of the reasons why I decided to move overseas with him was because of a lack of job opportunities in Melbourne, and that really came into play in that year that I was not studying. So I had a couple of part-time jobs, and so I had a part-time job and a couple of casual gigs and stuff where I'd just get emails like, hey, can you come in? I'm like, yeah, cool. But I couldn't find full-time work anywhere, and I joined a job agency. I was on government unemployment schemes and that kind of thing. Still couldn't find anything. I had 3 job interviews in the year. One was for a jewellery store at Crown Casino, and to be honest, I fudged that interview. It was a really bad interview. I hadn't prepared for it properly. It was just before graduation, so I was a bit kind of scattered when I went to that interview. And then I just left a really bad impression, I think, and didn't get the job. And that would have only been, even that would have only been a part-time job. It wouldn't have been a full-time job, but at least it would have been like, you know, regular hours and such. The other 2 jobs I got, one was for a call centre and incoming calls, so quite a good job. But I did pretty well in the interview, and I actually got called back for a second one. And then I can't actually remember what happened, why I didn't get that one. Anyway, I imagine I did the wrong thing, and then I didn't get that job either. Oh no, I remember why. I got offered that job, but then I also got offered an interview for another job that was better paying. That was so the first one had this thing where, like, for the first 2-3 months you're being trained for the job, So the pay is less for those first few months, and then you know, the expectation that you would, after those months, you then earn enough in your pay to kind of reimburse the company for that training with the money that you would bring in. Whereas I had a job interview for another job that was advertised to be, first of all, higher rate, second of all, only had a month's training, not 3 months. And considering I knew in my head I was going to be quitting after a year, I was like, I'd rather not spend so much time training for a job I was going to quit anyway. And yeah, and it was supposed to be customer support or something like that. So it was only if people called to have problems, and I like guide them through troubleshooting and stuff. So I turned down the job that I got offered. Well, I hadn't actually been offered that job yet. I'd been offered a second interview, but it was the same time as the first round interview for this other job, and I made the decision that I'd rather get the other job than that one. So there you have it. So I went to the third job interview, and this place was the dodgiest company I'd ever seen. So first of all, the job that I interviewed for was not the job that they advertised and that I applied for. So the job that I applied for was customer support. It was going to be answering phone calls. When I actually got there to the interview, they're a door-to-door sales company primarily, and they were only interviewing people for a new door-to-door sales group, and they couldn't even properly explain. So it was a group interview, and like, group interviews aren't really an issue for me. I don't mind them. They're usually pretty good. This one was more like, I don't know, like a pyramid scheme seminar or something. Like, they were sitting there just kind of talking about, you know, the success of door-to-door sales and compared to television sales, and, you know, the growth of the company and that kind of thing, and where we would fit into it when we join. And it wasn't really an interview as in like asking us, you know, about our prior work experience, or and I noticed a lot of the people there interviewing for the job were international students who, I imagine, it was difficult for them to find work as well. So I ended up turning down that job, and then I realized I made a mistake. I should have gone for the second round of the other job. Doesn't matter anyway. So for the year, I only had part-time work and government unemployment scheme payments and stuff like that. So that wasn't really ideal. And this was a pretty common thing, like along a lot of my friends, unless they had family or family friends who required workers and, you know, knew them well, nearly everyone was only working part-time in like supermarkets and stuff, if they'd been doing that since high school, or, you know, that kind of thing. So it was really quite a bad situation. So I feel like that year was very underutilized. But it did give me the year to organize, you know, budget things, study Japanese more, and it also gave me time to realize exactly what I was giving up by moving. So I mentioned in the last vlog, I mentioned that you know, I'd never moved house before. I was still living in our family house with everyone, and everyone was, you know, coming once a week for a big family dinner, or, you know, or close to that. And you know, moving, I had the year to try and work out what was going to happen to my house, to our family house, and pack up everything and go through all these wardrobes of old toys and clothes and, you know, little mementos of the history of the house and whatnot. And I remember there was times when we were packing and I just had to sit on the floor and just kind of have a little bit of a cry, and just because you get a bit overwhelmed trying to remove yourself from everything, because essentially what you're doing, if you move overseas, if you become an expat, you remove yourself from everything that you know. You remove yourself from all your safety nets. It's a really terrifying thing, and some people handle it differently and manage it better than probably me. One thing I'm really proud that I did was I actually said goodbye properly. So like, I made sure that friends I was really close with, that I contacted them and made arrangements. Like, in the year before I left, I'd kind of fallen out with a lot of my old high school friends, who some of them I've known all my life, and we used to all be really close, but then, you know, just all of our lives took different turns, and some people moved different suburbs and stuff, so we were no longer in walking distance of each other's houses and seeing each other every day and that kind of thing. But I sent them all a message on through Facebook and just said, hey, I'm leaving. I know we don't really talk anymore, but if you guys want to come over, we can get some pizza, watch a movie, just hang out. It'd be cool to do that before I leave. And all of them came, which was really, really cool. And so I got to say goodbye to them, and there's, you know, a few tears and lots of cuddles and stuff, but it felt really good to have done that, and it made me feel like, yeah, cool, I've acknowledged that, not ghost, but like, you know, I've acknowledged that part of my life and, you know, gotten ready for it. I also had like a family barbecue kind of thing where all the extended family and friends and stuff came over, and we'll hang out in the backyard and drinks and food and such. And then I had a bar night where I just invited all my mates from the city to come out, have a drink, and that was a really good night as well. And the really cool thing about it was that I could talk to everyone directly and explain exactly what I was going to do, and a few people said to me, oh, I've actually got friends that live in Tokyo, or, you know, I have friends who have done that. And so it kind of gives you a pre-moving network in a way. Whereas like Turtle, he didn't have any kind of farewell thing before he left. He just kind of disappeared, and at my farewell, some of our mutual friends were like, where is he? I'm like, he's already over there. He left a month ago. And they're all like, what? He didn't say goodbye or anything. And everyone's kind of a bit, not shocked, but kind of just left in a lurch about it. And the really cool thing of doing that is that whenever I go back, because I try and go back once a year at least for Christmas. Whenever I go back, everyone knows that I've been gone. And so when I come back, it's a nice thing for everyone to be like, oh, you're back. All right, definitely. We have to have dinner. We have to have coffee. We have to have lunch. Let's catch up, find out what you've been doing, you know. So it's important. The message I'm trying to get across with this, and I'm sorry it's probably not as succinct and eloquent as I'd probably want it to be, but you need to put yourself in a position where you yourself are ready to get on that plane, get off that plane and unpack. And like, I did a lot of crying. There was, like, I remember there was one night, I think it was the night or the night before I left, a night or two before I left, so I was in the lounge room, and it's Dad, my brothers, my sister-in-law and me all just sitting in the lounge room and watching, I think watching NBA or something. And like, it's nothing special like that. That wasn't a very regular thing for all of us to be sitting there watching the basketball. It just happened to be what was on. But it just kind of hits you that, you know, I'm not going to have a chance to do this again for quite a while. And when I do have the chance to do this again, it's going to be very different. It's not going to be in our family house. It's not going to be the same. Everything's going to be different. So naturally I burst out crying. And it absolutely alarmed my family. And I remember Dad turning around kind of being like, what happened? Is she hurt? It's like, and luckily my sister-in-law clicked on what had happened, and she kind of climbed into the seat with me, because I was on like a lazy boy recliner kind of thing. She climbed into the seat with me and held me for a bit, and then it was like, it's just those things where you realize exactly what you're giving up. Nothing can really prepare you for it, but hopefully having a little awareness that these things do happen, you'll be better prepared for when it does actually happen. And even just being on the plane, like I remember, and still to this day, like when I'm on a plane heading home, when I got on the plane first, to say goodbye to everyone, I was crying pretty much the entire way there to the airport. And on the plane, I was trying my hardest not to cry because I'm like, it's 4 AM in the morning. The last thing everyone wants is someone crying on this plane. And you just kind of have to take a breath and acknowledge the fact that it's hard. Acknowledge the fact that it's exciting and, you know, you feel very grown up doing it. But at the same time, it's hard. It's uncomfortable. It's something completely new. And it's very exciting and very cool. You just gotta let yourself acknowledge those facts and acknowledge the feelings that come with those facts. That you're doing something very kind of new age, I think. I don't know. Probably not new age, that's probably the wrong term to use. Anyway, I started rambling towards the end of that, so sorry for the sudden editing. Anyway, so I just want to let you know the physicality of relocating, the logistics of relocating, you know, getting visas, organising flights, packing up, all that kind of thing. Like, you just write a list, tick it off. It's a physical demand to do that. The thing that you can't just list and tick off is the emotional, the spiritual and mental side of moving. And I just want to let you guys be aware that sometimes when you do this, we do this kind of thing, you know, detaching yourself and moving hundreds of kilometers away, it kicks you on your ass. It hits you really hard, just out of the blue. And especially for the first year that you're away, it's when things don't go right, especially, this whole thing comes back up and it slaps you in the face again. So just be aware. Let yourself feel what's going to happen. Like, let yourself acknowledge what you're feeling about what's happening. And always have something, I don't know, a safety blanket or something nearby. It is easier having Facebook and social media and such. You don't feel as detached. But kind of a double-edged sword, because in a way, like, it's really nice that I can contact my parents, you know, just with a click of a button. But at the same time, like, I was overseas, my sister got married and I wasn't able to come back for her wedding. And that's a huge regret on my part. I regret not being there for my sister's wedding. But for literally like the whole week after her wedding, so I was already angry at myself because I missed it, and I was already regretting that I missed it. And literally the entire night it was happening and the week afterwards, so many people in my family were tagging me in photos from her wedding. And it was just like constantly being slapped in the face with the fact that I wasn't there. They meant it well. I know that. They meant it well. They meant to, you know, make me feel like I was included and that I wasn't forgotten, you know, that kind of thing. But it's also a slap in the face that I wasn't physically there to be included. So yeah. Be aware that these feelings are gonna happen. Just, I don't know, I can't really give you much more than that. I don't think. It's gonna happen. No one can tell you when it's gonna happen. No one can tell you how it's gonna happen for you. I can tell you how and when it happened for me. I can't tell you how and when it's gonna happen for you. But it does happen. It will happen. And you can't really be prepared for it, but just, yeah. Be warned. Alright guys, I'll leave it there for now. Sorry, this is probably not as inspirational as other vlogs I hope to be. I can't tell when the next vlog is going to be. I'm hoping to have another one by either Friday before the weekend or Tuesday. There will also be some stuff, I'll film some stuff in Shanghai as well and show you guys around a frisbee tournament. an international Asian frisbee tournament. That might be something fun. Alright guys, that's all from me. Thanks for watching. Give me a like and a subscribe if you liked what you saw. Let me know in the comment section how you guys felt when you moved, or if you have any questions about, you know, the lead up to leaving and how best to handle things. Anyway, that's all from me guys. Have a great day.